Ink up, slow down, write your rhythm with script and scribe. Hi everyone, I hope you're doing well. If you're new here, I'm Kat, and today I wanted to share what's in my everyday bag, specifically my journaling everyday carry. This is not everything I own, and it's not even everything I use, but some of my journals never leave home, like my B5 Smythson reading journal and my A5 Kinboard Techo for daily recaps and logging. This is purely the setup that leaves home with me, small enough to carry daily and complete enough that I have no excuse not to write. So the bag itself is this Dune shoulder bag in chocolate brown. It's fairly no-frills shoulder strap, flap closure with a magnetic catch, and one main open compartment. The central section can be zipped up, so if you're worried about this sort of design that's so open with no main internal zip that keeps everything together, well, then you can put all of the things you're worried about spilling into that central section. But for me, I don't tend to have to worry about that because the way everything's packed in here, things don't rattle around and they're not really at risk of falling out. This is much smaller than what I used to carry when I was commuting 2 to 4 hours a day. Back then, I had a grey backpack with everything in it: laptop, umbrella, water bottle, and for 6 years, all my Open University materials as well. I was studying on trains and buses before and after work to complete my degree. There was always something that I had to have extra in my bag and on me. So these days, working as a freelancer, I'm mostly at home. When I go out, things like the umbrella and water bottle stay in my car, and this bag can stay quite focused and analog. It's just big enough to carry what I need, but not so big that I start filling it with things that I don't need. And that's intentional, because if there's space, I usually fill it up. First, I have my Paper Republic pocket journal in natural leather. It's developed a really lovely patina over time. It looks used, not preserved, and that's actually quite a shift for me because I'm someone who in the past was so precious about my stationery. I would keep all the good things for a very long time, afraid to use them. I'm only recently getting over that, and it's really liberating. I've added a few non-Paper Republic things in here. So while I have a Paper Republic insert and this string is a Paper Republic one, the blue string isn't. And this notebook with the horse on it that I stenciled is a Clairefontaine. So it's a mishmash of things. And this pen that just fell is my Benu pocket pen. It is a Benu Pixie in coffee brown with an extra fine nib. Benu suggests using cartridges or the tiny Kaweco foldable converter, but I actually just eyedropper mine, so I fill the barrel directly. It's small, lightweight, and reliable. That's what I want when I'm out and about. This little set is really versatile. I've got 3 pocket notebooks bundled in here, 1 Paper Republic and 2 Clairefontaine, and a small prayer book at the back. It will sound a little random when I say I no longer wear earrings with a hook without wearing a clasp at the back, and that's because the 2 green charms on here, they are lone earrings that were left over from a set. I keep losing the left one. The silver Scorpio symbol charm is from Hot Diamonds, and on the edge here I've got a little elephant from my sister. I'm not sure what stone it is, but it's just cute. Next is this brilliant Midori A5 Codex with 368 pages. I say brilliant because I loved it so much I got a second one just to stay at home for my ink swatching. But this one comes with me on the move and is purely for ideas. The Midori MD paper is excellent for fountain pens. This is my second brain. It is my brain dump space. If I have a thought, a video idea, or just something I don't want to forget, it goes in here. And it takes the pressure off trying to remember everything, which can be really exhausting. I've got a Hobonichi cover on cover here, and in the pen loop, I keep the Jinhao 20, a cream and black one, which is always inked and ready. I actually prefer the Jinhao 10s, the metal-bodied ones, to these acrylic ones, but it is the only model of fountain pen that I have that actually fits this cover. So it's really handy. And when I'm at home, I usually journal with a Pilot 742, but you can see that doesn't fit. And then we've got this Platinum 3776. but I don't tend to bring these out with me. I'd worry about losing them or damaging them, so when I'm on the move, I stick to more affordable, replaceable pens. Like this Jinhao 20, and this is one of the few pens where I have decided I just don't like the ink converter it comes with, so I use the ink cartridges. I either refill them, or if I'm using black ink, I go with the actual black Pilot cartridges and keep 2 spare in the bag. Moving on to the non-journal stuff, we have my wallet. This is a cream Moncrief purse. I used to carry a smaller card holder because I do think that smaller is usually better, but I was forever putting it in my coat pocket or in a pair of jeans. I never stuck it in the same place, and that was really a stress when I'd, start hunting for it and thinking that I'd lost all my bank cards. So this time, bigger is better. It's much harder to lose, which is a worthwhile trade. And then I keep this little pouch inside other things that tend to interrupt my day, including pain relief and other small essentials. It sounds minor, but removing those distractions just makes it easier to stay focused. I used to carry a clear Nivea lip balm, but I moved on to this Clinique Black Honey. It's somewhere between a balm and a lipstick. In fact, this is a new one because I just recently finished the last one. And then we have my keys, and they're super easy to find because of the wonderfully bulky car fob. I've had a couple of questions about my wristwatch, so we'll go into that in a bit. For now, this is the relatively simple system that I use, and I would definitely expand it if I were traveling or if I finally commit to urban sketching, which I've been considering for about a year now. In fact, I already have a bag I'd expand into, so the only thing I'd really need to invest in is a watercolor travel kit. If you have any recommendations, do let me know. But for now, this works. For me, the goal isn't to carry everything, it's to carry just enough that writing is always an option for me. Now, if you carry a journaling kit with you, I'd be really curious to know what your everyday carry looks like. So this is another everyday carry that I had a couple of questions about. It is my wristwatch, an Ingersoll Orville automatic. It's a mechanical watch, so it winds as you wear it, no batteries to worry about. And it's an open heart dial, so you can see the movement actually working. I sold my smartwatch to get this one because I realized that the smartwatch ended up being just another big distraction, a layer of notifications about steps I'd taken, inbox notifications, all sorts of things. And it was a mini computer following me around, whereas this is simply time. It fits much better with how I like to work and write, so fewer inputs and a bit more focus for me because my distraction levels are already pretty high without adding something else in there. So yeah, this is it. Let me know what you think, and thanks so much for joining me. Take care.